I am Udoy Bhonj. Welcome to you to your favorite YouTube channel, Udoy Bhonjo's English, or Learn English with Udoy Bhonj. Today's topic is patterns of declarative sentence. Patterns of declarative sentence. What is declarative sentence? The sentence that makes a statement. The sentence that makes a statement about somebody or something is a declarative sentence. Once again, I am going to repeat it. The sentence that makes a statement about somebody or something is a declarative sentence. Sarita is a good girl. Sarita is a good girl. It is a declarative sentence because it makes a statement about Sarita, that means somebody. Another example, my ball pen is very attractive. My ball pen is very attractive. And here, the particular sentence gives or makes a statement about my ball pen, that is something. So it is a declarative sentence. Let's proceed towards the patterns of declarative sentence. The declarative sentences have various patterns, and while writing something, we use different patterns. But here, the topic of today is patterns of declarative sentence. And declarative sentences have various patterns. Let's discuss about them one by one. Pattern number one, that is SB pattern. SB pattern means subject plus verb. And here we can find a subject and a verb. Subject you must have known, that is the part of a sentence to which the verb agrees is a subject. And what is verb? You must have known, that means the word or the phrase that tells us what the subject does, or what is done to the subject, or what happens to the subject, or what the subject is, or what the subject has, is a verb. So in this pattern, we can find a subject and a verb. But we mustn't use all the verbs in this pattern, because the verb that is used in this pattern, that must be intransitive. In other words, only in SB pattern the intransitive verbs are used. There is no chance of using transitive verbs here. What is transitive? What is intransitive? The verb that takes object or objects. The verb that takes an object or objects, and that is a transitive verb. On the other hand, the verb that takes no object is an intransitive verb. And the verb that takes one object, that is monotransitive verb. The verb that takes two objects, that is a ditransitive verb. And the verb that takes three objects, and that is tritransitive verbs. Four objects, quadruple, and five objects, and especially quintuple, in this way. So in this pattern, we shall have to use only the intransitive verbs. That means I can say Lata ran, and here ran is an intransitive verb. So it is used in this particular pattern, that is SB pattern. But we cannot say Lata eats, because here eat, that means eat means it is a transitive verb. So we mustn't use transitive verbs in SB pattern. Perhaps I think that SB pattern is clear to you. And next we shall proceed towards pattern number 2. And what is pattern number 2? The pattern number 2 is, that is SBO pattern. SBO means subject plus verb plus object. Subject plus verb plus object. Example, Lata played cricket. Lata played cricket. That means Lata subject, played verb, and cricket is the object. Lata subject, played verb, and cricket is the object. That means to know the object, we simply have to ask a question to the verb, what or whom. What or whom. That means to know the object, it will be better on the part of us to ask a question. using either what or whom, and the answer that comes, that is an object. So it is the pattern number 2, and that is called SVO pattern. Next, pattern number 3, and that is pattern number 3, and that is SPOO or SPOO. In SPOO pattern, we can find there must be a subject, then verb, then object, then another object. And in this pattern, normally the object that comes first, and that is an indirect object, and the object that comes later of it, and that is a direct object. What is indirect object? What is direct object? If we ask whom to the verb, the answer that comes, that is an indirect object. And if we ask what to the verb, the answer that comes, that is a direct object. Example: Manisha gave me ball pens. Manisha gave me ball pens. And here Manisha is the subject, gave is the verb, me is the intransitive, may is the indirect object, and ball pens, that means especially direct object. But if we ask, that means what did Manisha give, and answer will be ball pens. And if we ask who did give, or who did you, or who gave you ball pens, and the answer will be, that means, I'm sorry, to whom or whom did Manisha give ball pens, whom did Manisha give ball pens, and the answer will be me. So only for this reason, once again I think that I should repeat it. That means so far as the direct and indirect objects are concerned, if we ask what to the verb, the answer that comes, that is a direct object. On the other hand, if we ask whom to the verb, the answer that comes, that is an indirect object. And now we can make an interchange of the objects. That means usually, especially the indirect object comes first and then the direct object. But we can make an interchange. So Manisha gave me ball pens, and that is Manisha subject, gave verb, me indirect object, and ball pens direct object. And if we change this pattern, that means if we bring the direct object at first, we shall have to use two prepositions. That means one of the two prepositions, and they are either to or for. And if we make an interchange, the answer will be that Manisha gave ball pens to me. So in this way, SVO pattern or pattern number 3 is clear. And next, pattern number 4. And pattern number 4 is, that is SVC pattern. SVC means S means subject, and V means verb, and C means complement. Complement means its spelling is COMPLEMENT, not COMPLIMENT. That means while giving gifts, and that means on the envelope, you usually write with best compliments from Jahno, or with best compliments from Anup likewise. And in this way, in SVC pattern, we can find a subject plus verb plus complement. What is complement? That means a word or a phrase that is used, a word or a phrase that is used after linking verbs. A word or a phrase that is used after linking verbs to describe the subject or the verb. To describe the subject or the verb, and especially to complete the sense of the sentence, and that is known as a complement. Just like now we can say my mother is a teacher. But my mother is the subject, and is a linking verb or be verb, and a teacher, and it is a phrase, and it is the complement. So I think that SVC pattern is clear. But just like now my mother is a teacher. Most of the students think that a teacher is an object. No. It is not an object. It is a complement, because it is used immediate after each, and that is a be verb. And in this way, we should remember it that means the word or the phrase. That means, in other words, complements are usually used immediate after be verbs, link verbs, etc., etc. So I think that SVC pattern is clear. And next, pattern number 5, that is SVOC pattern. Subject, verb, object, complement. That means in this pattern, we can find subject, verb, object, complement. Example. We found Manisha wrong. We found Manisha wrong. We is the subject, found is the verb, Manisha is the object, and wrong is the complement. So this is the perfect example of SVOC pattern. Pattern number 6, that is SVA. In SVA pattern, there is a subject and then comes a verb and then A means urgent. Subject, verb, urgent. And this pattern is called SVA pattern. So now we should know what is urgent or what urgent is. Urgent is an optional item. Urgent is an optional item. Optional means that means may be used or may not be used. That means if it should be driven away, if it should be, that means if it is not used, it does not affect the meaning of the sentence. As it is